Dang it. What could I be missing?
Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? That's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello? Oh God, why isn't he answering? Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a huge deal. If you can hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
Jump scare time. Let's do this. Who's here?
Where are you, Nicole?
It's about time. Did you hear my messages?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
Wait. What?
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving.
Did I? She was a sleepwalker. Oh my god. Oh my god. The suicide of Rachel Foster. Did I kill her? Did I go sleepwalking and then I... Oh my god. Am I the murderer? I just heard the doors open. So what the hell happened? That would explain the voices I heard. But I thought it was because there were ghosts here. Unless someone was trying to scare off. No, this isn't it. Okay, so let me try to figure all this out. I'm hearing voices. I sleepwalk, but I never tell anyone. Now, this is only coming from experience, but one of my friends, well, I don't want to talk about her ever again, but to put shortly, she is known to sleepwalk. And the reason I thought maybe she might have killed her when she was sleepwalking is because, and this is going to sound stupid, but unless you've dealt with this and have seen something like this, you're never going to believe it. So let me just go with my story. This is what happened. When she was sleepwalking, she would, for no reason at all, use her pillow and start beating up random people in her house. Why did she do that? I have no idea. She'll even talk in tongue, like gibberish. Well, that's what she told me. I always thought it was weird and kind of funny, but then, now that I think about it, if she's able to do that, pinpoint where they are while sleepwalking, that means when you sleepwalk, you can do other stuff too. Maybe she was known to hit people with hockey sticks. Okay, this is what I think happened. I think one time how this happened was that she had her hockey stick and she beat the life out of that girl. Why? Because that girl was sleeping with her dad, but she had no knowledge about the guy. I mean, she had no knowledge about this. She doesn't know who that girl is. So the girl just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. And well, this is insane now. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. See, this door was never open before. Someone opened it.
Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
What?
You've been watching her?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory. Painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle here. The most important one. You.
Me? I...
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind every wall in the night. We did it for years, day after day after day.
All lies.
I have nothing against lies. I grew up around lies. But now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
Where are you now?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, swim in the lake in summer. But his father... oh, his father had other plans for his soul.
What the hell?
In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His
What?
wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her. For real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. But that love was too much, and it would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I was raised to be forgotten.
What do you want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment. In that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand. As you've already begun to understand.
For the first time in years, I depended on someone. And this is the result.
You have to keep going to get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
Fine. Let's do this.
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, weighty, serious, irrevocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nikki? You're probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel will have already whispered all their secrets. You've always been good at solving puzzles. In this, you surely resemble more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, could surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried. We waited. We were terrified. We studied. We listened. We listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes, those tears of light. In your time and space, in the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter. Trust me, it doesn't. I have a new theory, Nikki. Love is and remains. It is in the wood you stand on, in the walls that keep up this hotel,
Who are you
in the
talking
air
about?
we breathe. And sometimes it hates. It hates those who didn't allow it, those who cast it aside with indifference, and those who can't recognize it. Stars still emanate their light, even after collapsing, right? There's a lot of light here. There's light in death. I want to free myself of all this darkness. I can no longer see the stars. I'm tired of surviving in this limbo. So, how are you, Nikki? I'm good. I will be good. Figured out what Rachel was saying, Nikki. She's here.
Hello?
Leonard was a very special man. His soul was big enough to love both you and Rachel.
I knew my father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous kid.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't...
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
You don't know anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth, a truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
Listen, I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain, maybe better than anyone.
Betrayal, shame, death. My family was destroyed, just like yours.
How much longer does this pain have to last?
It'll be over soon.
What else is there to know?
You want truth. Well, I can't give it to you. I've already given you everything I could. Now you have to tie the pieces together.
What does that mean?
Your father always said we are the sum of the people we take with us, and you abandoned these people. Here, in this place.
Enough riddles, Irving. I'm tired.
Me, too. You're the only one who can give a finale to this story. It's time you open the last door.
The only thing I could think to watch this with is the ones in the restroom. Alright, where is that boiling room?
Oh, God. How could I have forgotten? I saw everything. I was there. All the pieces were in front of my eyes.
A kid's eyes.
It was the same night as the hockey game in Missoula. Reverend Foster was so busy with the preparations of the meals for the giving to the poor at the Timberline Church. And my mother, Claire, said that we would get back from the game in time for the distribution. She convinced my father to help the Reverend, and he'd come with his whole family. You and Rachel.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I couldn't find my stick. I panicked and I went down to the garage. Claire was there, red in the face. Her look.
Her look?
It was just a fleeting feeling. That's why I erased it from my memory. I had to erase it, understand?
What was in her look?
It just wasn't her. It was like a frightful creature. A disturbed, dangerous animal. I've never seen her like that before or after. Not even on her deathbed. And then she put her hands on her hips, exhausted. She smiled. And there she was again, my mom. I thought it must have just been the impression of a moment. I had the finals against Cold Springs High awaiting me. I climbed in the car, throwing my bag into the back seat. My hockey stick was there. Claire said she'd cleaned it. She'd cleaned it.
Go on.
No. I don't.
Go on!
We got there on time and I played. Best game of my life. And the last. Claire was on the bleachers encouraging me and cheering. And then I lost sight of her. For 2 whole periods, I think. And later, when I asked, she said she'd moved because Marty O'Donegal's father was getting on her nerves. But it wasn't true.
Just enough time to go back to the car.
Don't say it. Irving, don't say it. Don't say a thing. I don't... I traveled all the way with Rachel's body and the baby she carried inside of her in the trunk, rolled in the blanket. God, oh my God. She killed Rachel.
Dude.
Thank you, Nikki.
You've had your revenge. I hope all this gives you the peace you were looking for.
I wanted you to help me uncover the truth.
You're saying you didn't know that Claire...
I was only a kid. Plus, she never wanted me to get to the bottom of it.
Rachel is here?
You know, I think she's still protecting me. But I'm grown up now. Now, we can all be reunited at last.
Oh, hey!
Wait, where are you going? Listen, we can work things out. What happened is terrible, but all the main players in this story are dead. Get it? Dead. We are still alive. We're alive. Me, you, we didn't do anything.
That's exactly what we did wrong, Nicole. We didn't do anything. It's beautiful here. Rachel told me about it so many times, but
Oh, she's
I
here.
never thought it was so beautiful.
You're the only one left. Don't leave me here alone. I'm scared.
It's wide as far as the eye can see, beyond the mountains.
You left the hotel? But it's too cold. You'll die out there. Irving, please.
I've lived in the dark for years. You freed me. And now I can finally rest in the light. I can go back to her.
Oh,
Don't go.
shit.
You can't. Don't leave me, too. We have our drink.
It's not a goodbye, my tough, pragmatic, stubborn Nikki. We'll meet again. Another time. Beyond this horizon of events. Everything is...
Irving? Irving? I don't want to stay alone here. Everything seems to be becoming dark. I'm scared. Who's there? Rachel? Is that you?
Dude. Wait, what happened?
Yes?
Nicole, it's me, Jenkins, the attorney. Finally, I can get through. You don't know how many times I've tried. I can't hear you. The connection's bad. How are you? I was really worried about the storm.
I'm good.
Great. I'm glad. You're sure you...
Listen, I don't want to sell the hotel anymore.
What? Damned interference. I didn't catch you. What'd you say?
I don't want to sell the hotel anymore. You've been really nice. Your job is done. Thanks.
Oh, well, I see. Well, you're the owner, and you got every right to decide. But maybe we should talk about it in person. I want to understand. This kind of decision...
I'm back home, and I have to stay here. Forever.
Wait a sec, let's talk. There's also my fee.
You know, Mom, I was thinking about going to the lake. Remember where we went with Uncle John last year? Daddy and I started talking about the stars. You can't see them during the day, but they're always there. You feel like it? I would so like it. And we can have dinner at Doc Smith's diner on the bank. Rachel and Irving could come with us? What do you think? It would be so nice to be all together. Mom, Dad, it would be so nice.
I know what's gonna happen. Forgive me, God.
Wait. I did all that you asked me. Stop it, please. Anger shouldn't rule our life. You said that. I'm scared. I don't want to die. It's getting dark. I can't see the light.
Wait, did you break that? What's that on top? I can't press anything. What on earth did I just play?
Sometimes I hold you, but only in my dreams. I wake up and you're gone. Sometimes I follow you, but only in my dreams. When I forget that you're dead, speak to me in words unspoken. Cry it out between the trees, between the trees. Speak to me with silence broken. Share with me the life you live, the life you live, the life you live.
Dear Lord. And there's that song. I don't know what to say. This is. This was just so insane. Okay. That was a very, very dark tale. Okay. I guess review time. I liked the game. The game was good. I was confused at first because I didn't know too much about this. So when I saw the suicide of Rachel Foster, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna have some. I kind of feel wrong for saying this, but I kind of knew there was gonna be an involvement with sexual assault, or SA, which I probably should have said, but I knew that was coming. But I love her. I love this character. What was her name? Rachel was the sister of the guy who's talking to you, Irving. Irving was. Irving needed your help to help him understand and to find him peace. It's a sad game though, like, holy shit. And I know you guys are going for that, and that's why when I saw that, I didn't want to do it, but then I see it now. And this is why I constantly talk about, like, these things, like, with that whole sexual assault, those are cases, because those really ruin people. They can destroy lives. And first of all, why on earth did her sister kill Rachel? Like, Rachel was a good person. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn. I know Rachel may have been special needs, but damn, dude. Damn. Well, this is how I'm gonna rank it. Story-wise, it had a great story. Gameplay-wise, I feel like you could have done so much better. Like, there was a lot of times I felt that there was a jump scare or there was something coming, but then I come to realize it was just, it was just your head. But as much as I like it, and maybe I don't understand this one, but what was up with the doors closing and then some of them opening? Because it felt like it was supernatural. I thought it was supernatural at first, but no, it looked like there wasn't involved that. So if that's the case, why did you have that thing? I mean, yeah, maybe to trick her, but that doesn't make sense that all the doors close at once, unless he put some kind of wire, which I guess is possible too, but Irving wasn't there at all. He was listening in close, but he wasn't there at all. So I feel like for gameplay wise, it's a 7. Story was a 10. The music was pretty good. I give it an 8 out of 10 because it's not overhyped. It's not overdone. It feels almost just right. Because it feels uneasy. It kind of feels like a song you will listen to, like something happened, But I like the fact that it sounds uneasy, because this game is an uneasy game. So my overall rating for this game, and to the developers that created this game, I would say 8 out of 10. It may not have replayability, but the story keeps you driven. The story keeps you open for more. And there's a lot of times, because of the noises, which I love. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. The noises in the background, they creeped me out. I'm over there thinking there's someone in the house. And actually, oh my god! This makes so much sense. Her keys were missing. Remember in the first part? Her keys were missing. Like, dang. So, obviously there was someone in the house. I just didn't know if they were going to attack or not. So I always got worried. But this is good. This is insane. That was a good game, though. And a good experience. Bravo to the creators. That was uneasy, and I think that was the point of it. I mean, this might upset some people, but people need to realize it's the same thing with movies. You're allowed to push limits if it makes sense for the stories. Yeah, you shouldn't make everything into a shock value, because if it doesn't make sense, then you lose everything. But at the same time, if the shock value goes into the story that you're talking about, like for example, her sister not only killed Rachel, but this is more than enough proof that she helped cover what her father was doing, which is why she didn't see her, which is why Nick wasn't there to see all of this. It makes sense of the story. And that's heartbreaking, but to be fair, there are family members that do this. So it's not far-fetched. It's actually pretty common. I can't tell you how often I've hung out with friends and their family members will excuse them for this or that. And they're not special needs. These are everyday normal people that will sometimes do bad choices. It's one thing to enable them, but it's another if you're helping them grow up. This over here, the fact that your kid's willing to do that, this story is so sad. But like I said, 10 out of 8. This was a really good story, and it's gonna stick with me for a good while. Bravo to the creators. And for everyone, I'm gonna see you all in the next chapter. God bless. Think critically. In the words of John Wolfe. And have a good one, guys.